Hello and welcome back. So glad that I can make your acquaintance once more. I want to welcome all of our newest family members to the platform. We've gotten a plethora, a multitude of children in on the platform in the last few days. So I do want to welcome our newest family members and, of course, thank the OGs on this platform. That being said, y'all, I'm going to just be real open with y'all. This video might make sense. It might not. It just depends on how the conversation is happening. But I really just want to be open with y'all and really communicate and let y'all know really where my mind is and just chit chat. And y'all can tell me what y'all think. Y'all can share down below. I always enjoy reading y'all's comments. Even when I don't respond, I read all the comments and I do appreciate your openness, your gracious nature, and just the whole way of being, the way that you guys carry on this platform. So I thank you for that also. But yeah, I'm just in a very weird space right now. I feel like, for lack of better words, I'm in self-sabotage mode, and I don't know how to hit the brake on the freight train. I feel like I'm going real fast in a certain direction, and I don't know how to hit the brake on what's going on because I feel like there's so many moving parts. It's almost like that game. What's the game I'm thinking about? Y'all know that game when it's like you're the little airplane and I guess maybe they give you a few rockets, but they give you unlimited bullets. You have unlimited bullets, but then you have like a certain amount of rockets, right? And then once you run out of those rockets, maybe you have to wait to a certain point before you get, reloaded or before you get more rockets, etc. But the whole objective is there's asteroids and random objects coming at you at all times. Now, in the beginning, it's a little bit easier because maybe it may be one or two or three. You can kind of move, dodge it and whatever the case may be. But as you progress through the levels, it becomes more and more and more to where you can't necessarily dodge it and you have to be more strategic about how you do it. I guess Tetris is another good example for what I'm thinking about. But anyway, the point is, I kind of feel like I need to figure out my combination. Everybody is different. That's the reason why sometimes when I'm giving counsel or advice, I try to be careful to and let people know that everyone's different. People respond to things differently, and it's okay. I think people don't hear that enough. It's okay to have down moments, boo. That's okay too. Like, it's okay for you not to always be on, or for you to not always be 100%. Because you're a person. You're not a fucking machine. And even machines fail. Even machines have to reboot. You see what I mean? So it's like if a fucking computer can't get it right all the time and fails and has failures and all this other shit, why can't you? So that's all I'm saying, but I digress. The point is, I feel like... okay, actually, but let me say what's going on and then I'll kind of go into what I feel like. So, like I said before, on my live show over the weekend, I went for my partner's birthday to the cabins with friends. We were in the woods, and it actually was a lot of fun. But it was still draining because I'm always in hostess mode. I'm always trying to make sure that everybody's having a good time. I was thanking everybody as we were drinking and smoking, just thanking them. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting, my man. And wishing him a happy birthday. I appreciate you taking the time off to come out and show your support and whatever. Just letting people know that they're appreciated and thanking them for taking the time because it's a choice that they're making. And not only just that, but they also contributed to the trip. With the exception of maybe one person who really didn't have the money to pay. And then there was another girl who was eating all my damn food and she wasn't putting in, but that's a whole nother fucking video. But I digress. The point is, I still was very gracious in thanking everyone. Hold on 1 second. Be off today. Oh, okay. Let me mute my computer. That was my partner texting me about some shit with the apartment. But anyway, my Amazon should be coming any minute now because my Amazon Prime, they come, girl. They be coming early in the mornings, Miss Thing. So she should be on her way. But in any case, so yeah. But I was gracious with the children, even. Because I really did like everybody that was there. I just felt like this one girl in particular was trying it. But I already talked about that on the live show, so I'm not going to make this video about that. But what I do want to say is, some kind of way Mother Pat came up. Oh, I know how she came up. because we had like we gave a performance, myself and one of my partner's friends who plays guitar. You know, he started playing and he was just grooving, bitch. He was motherfucking grooving. And so I started freestyling, and then he started grooving with me and was like, we were just like improvising. All of that shit was made up on the spot. And this is one of those moments where I should have been fucking recording right there. Because we shut that shit down. Everybody was watching and like giving us our tens. And bitch, when I tell you I put on a show, Bitch, it wasn't just in one spot either, bitch. I was in the kitchen, the living room. Bitch, I was coming down the stairs. Bitch, we were giving you like bluegrass. We were giving you soul, bitch. We were giving you rock and roll, bitch. Like, it was like we were just like giving you so much. And that's why even now, it's like, I never really fully recovered. My voice is still hoarse, because when I tell you that the whole trip I was level 10, making sure that the girls, it was worth it for the children. But that moment really meant a lot to me, because I'm still a performer at heart. And I feel like it's been so long since I've given that type of performance for people. Like, where I've been out live and I performed. And where you can tell, like, you know, as an artist, you know when you're giving a good show. And I knew we was killing it. Like, we did that. We did. Like, it was all improv. And when I tell you, like, so let me give you an example. So he was playing, and 1 minute, oh shit, my phone's about to die. 1 minute, I was kind of like being theatrical, like talking like, yeah, like it was a storyline. Like I was, yeah, this bitch got on my nerves. Obviously I'm paraphrasing now, and it's not giving the same effect as it gave then. But my point is, so it would go from me talking to me singing and me telling you about the storyline and bitch, and that shit was just, it all made sense and it sounded good too. And the girls were gagging like, you better come through, bitch, because we slayed the performance, bitch. And it was uninhibited. Like, I just let it all out. Like, bitch, I was getting my life. And girl, the guitarist was just killing it. Well, anyway, I was like, you know what? It made me feel like it got me back into my music. Like, you know, I need to really stop playing these games and really serve these children. Because I feel like if I really were to really buckle down and do this, I feel like it could take off. But for whatever reason, it'd be like, I don't be having no energy for it. Like, I'd be wanting to, but then I'd be like, oh my God. So anyway, I started talking about Mother Pat. And then, because the guitarist and there was a number of people there, but there was the two straight dudes, because they were like so like intrigued by what I was saying, and they were like so engaged in me just talking, they were like, bitch, we want to help you shoot this music video. Like, bitch, let's do this. And then they got me excited about it. And then I'm like, wait, girl, we really about to shoot this music video? They're like, yes, bitch, let's shoot. Girl, we can have the drone. We can do this type of shot. We can do that type of shot, bitch. And I was telling them about my idea. And I was saying to them, I was like, yo, my partner don't really like the idea because he feels like it's too much. But they were like, well, girl, so what if he thinks it's too much, bitch? Let's do this, bitch. Because I told him, I was like, bitch, I see it just being cut, like, with some red. See, I feel like the idea, if I say it out loud, it might not make no sense to y'all, but then again, maybe it will, I don't know. But I feel like I want it to be, like, androgynous. So I want, like, some, like, super high platform heels. I want to have on, like, some Adidas track pants. And I want the heels to be, like, red. Like, patent leather red. I see it in my head. And then I want my Adidas track pants to be the traditional black, but I want them to be, like, form-fitting. And then I want, like, some type of sickening tank, I think. Or I might, a sickening tank, and I want to wear, and maybe my hair in like a sickening bun. I want my face to be beat to completion. Like, I know what I want, and then I want to just stomp the yard, bitch. I want to just stomp the yard. And as I was telling them the idea, they was like, bitch, that shit will be dope. And he actually said what I was thinking before I got around to it. Because I was like, to me, I feel like if we shoot the video, even if people are like staring like, what the fuck is this? That'll make the video better, because the whole point is the confidence behind it. Like, you a grown ass dude, you sit here in these hills, but you stomping the pavement, cracking the frame, making that ass bleed with no apologies. And it's not like I'm trying to like make it to where it's like, ooh, I don't want to do this because I don't want them to judge me. No, I want to see people make faces, bitch. I want people to see what a person looks like who don't give a fuck. I think that's what's gonna make the video pop. And he was just like, yeah, but he said that before. I was thinking that, and I had already said it to my partner, but he said it to me, like, I think that's what's gonna make it pop. And that's how I knew that he understood what I was going for. And then we started talking about all these locations, and I mean, and then it started to become real, like very real. And he was like, we could do a gorilla style, we could do this, we could do it that. And I'm like, my supporters been telling me we need to do this music video. I mean, I be getting personal emails on Patreon. I be getting I be seeing it in the comments, what's going on with Mother Pat, what's going on, what's happening with the music video. People be asking me, like, it's gonna happen. But I don't know. I need to first center myself, because my mom used to always say to me, Quadia, your time is gonna come, but are you ready for her? The truth is, it's like, as an entertainer, I want my shit to get to as many people as it can. But then at the same time, I don't know that it's like, it's such a contradiction. I really don't know what I want, because I don't want to necessarily be famous. That's the reality. Like, I know that. I know that I don't necessarily want to be famous. But at the same time, I realize that if I'm successful in entertainment, the way that I envision it, you can't have one without the other. If you're successful and people and your work is getting out to the masses, that means inherently, just by default, that means people know you. That means you're famous. But I don't necessarily want it to be a situation to where now all my personal shit is out there. People are wanting to take pictures of me just doing normal shit. Like, that has never been appealing to me. And there are people who really do want that. Like, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong. I'm just saying that's not what I want. I want to still have, I want to do that. It's like, I feel like it's me in a way. I'm being like selfish, because I want to do the fun part. I don't want the other part though. Like, I want to do the creative part, and I want to do the performing part, and I want to engage, and I want to shake hands and kiss babies, and, hug the people who love me and who want to see me do well. Like, thank you for getting me where I am, because there would never come a time where I forget what y'all do for me. Like, that would never happen. It would literally, I just need y'all to know, if ever I show up on camera talking about, oh, it's me, that ain't me. You know how you be seeing these videos on YouTube where they be like, oh, this ain't the real Oprah, this is a clone. This ain't the real Michelle Obama, this is a clone. Okay, well, if I come on camera talking about that dumb shit like, oh, well, me, then you will know that's not quite there. That's a clone. Girl, we need to go on a motherfucking mission, send out an SOS, because our bitch has been kidnapped. Either that, or I'm on Planet Goo with the Gooians. It's one or the other, girl. But there will never come a time where I come on camera like, oh, me. No, because y'all have been so dedicated and loyal to me. Like, sometimes I get emotional. Like, I'll hit this blunt and I sit there thinking, like, what did I do? See, even now as I'm talking, like, I feel it coming up, because it's like, what did I really do to deserve y'all? You know what I mean? Like, really, it's like millions of people who want to do this shit. And granted, I feel like I believe in what I'm doing, and I feel like I am talented. But at the same time, I ain't the only bitch that's talented. There's a lot of girls that are talented that will never see the light of day. There was a thing that I came across on YouTube of this guy. He was a pastor or a preacher or something to that effect. And he has since passed. But something he said that I thought was so motherfucking profound. And it's so motherfucking true. He said, how many geniuses are in the graves with inventions and ideas that the world will never know? How many books, how many movies, how many songs are in the graves from artists and creators with music and movies and all that shit that we will never hear because they never got their chance? That hit me in such a way, because it's so true. So many people that have so much to offer will never have the opportunity. And yet here I stand on this platform with all of y'all who are just like, every opportunity, like, take your time, Q. Get your, like, it's just like, what did I do? Like, it's like, what did I do that this bitch didn't do to get the chance? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what did I do to get the opportunity to really come here and do what I love for people? Let me get myself together, bitch, because that's not what this is about. And I'm not going to give you that performance, girl. Or at least I'm going to try not to, bitch. Because this is Family Girl. Y'all at Family Girl. It is what the fuck it is. But I'm just saying here for real, like, what did I do? Because for me, I just feel like every time I say to y'all, every time I come through and I say to y'all how much I love you, that's because it's true. That's because it's true. It's like I'm trying to get myself together before I keep talking because I can't even talk right. Fuck. It's like it be getting to me. It be getting to me because I don't know that you guys will ever know how y'all came through with the clutch, and y'all just came through. Like, y'all came through. I mean, when YouTube was trying to shut me down, every other day I'm getting emails from them telling me, oh, we ain't paying you for this. We're going to run ads on this video, bitch. And it's our platform, so we can do that, but we're not going to pay you for that. And I'm just thinking, like, if y'all didn't come through the way y'all did, bitch, I would be 28, still struggling, not knowing how I'm going to make this shit happen. But because y'all came through, it's like, bitch, I'm good, YouTube. Yeah, y'all shade me every chance you get, bitch. But I'm good. Like, bitch, every time I turn around, these girls try to shade me, but they sending me motherfucking push pins with my face on it. Like, the fuck? Bitch, I don't care about that. Why don't you give people like me the same opportunities that you give those whack bitches at the motherfucking top, bitch, instead of sending that stupid motherfucking shit that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I turn around, what you want me to be thankful that, bitch, I can go and make those motherfucking pins if it means that much to me, bitch. What it cost you? What did it cost? It's like it's not even that big of a motherfucking deal. But they thinking, oh, we're gonna take away the way you earn money. But at the same time, you should be thankful because we sent you motherfucking pins. But what I'm saying is, despite all of that, I'm still here because y'all came through. And y'all was like, let's come on and support this bitch. So it's like, when I sit back and I be just sitting here like, wow. Y'all are amazing. And that's the reason why we do these live shows. Why I give y'all so much of myself. Why I stay there for so long. Because y'all deserve it. Y'all do. Y'all really deserve it. And it's just like, it's exhausting sometimes. Because it's like, okay, they believe in me. I got my mom, she believes in me. All these people believe in me. They're waiting. Like, my even though I know Mother Ashley, don't see my friend, that he believes in me. Like, when we get together, we hit this blunt, and we just be sitting there just uplifting each other. I compliment him and love one of him. Like, dude, I've been knowing you since you were at the bottom. Like, we were both at the bottom, but at least I had the support of my mom. His mom, he didn't have the support from her. He was living with a totally different family. But through the grace of the universe, he was still kept. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't on the streets. God only knows where he would be if he was on the literal streets. But a family took him in, and he rose, bitch. He rose. And every chance I get, let him know, like, bitch, I'm proud of you, bitch, because you came through, bitch. You came through. Like, I don't even know if I could do that shit. Like, if I didn't even have the support of my mom, like, the fuck? Bitch, you did that, girl. Like, now you have this nice ass motherfucking loft, bitch. You motherfucking did that, bitch. And I need you to know, like, bitch, you did that. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck what don't nobody say. Yeah, you have your faults, but bitch, you came through and you did that. He's always been a hustler. And every chance I get, I always let him know, bitch, you did that shit. You fucking did that shit, bitch. Yes, you did. And he'll be like, and he'll return the favor, like, and it's genuine. Like, he'll be up there crying, bitch, and I'm like, and he'll be like, girl, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cry, but I'm like, no, bitch, you're like my brother at this point. You're like my little brother, bitch, let have. And he'll just be like, bitch, no shade, like, you gonna do this, but you about to do this shit, it's about to be real big. Like, and he believes, like, I can see he believes. He really believes. And so it's like sometimes it can be exhausting because it's like, I don't want to let y'all down. Like, I don't want to let y'all down. I don't want to let my mom, him, I don't want to let nobody down. And it's like, and I don't want to let me down. But it just be so exhausting because the politics of what it is that we're doing, it's like, this shit is not easy. It is not easy. When every step of the motherfucking way, it's like, you got people who be trying to, like, keep you from your blessings, bitch. And I know And I know it's like, what's for you can't nobody stop. No weapons formed against you, right? Like, I get that, but at the same time, I'm still a person, and it'd be like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm just ready for this shit to motherfucking give way. I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of shooting pilots and having meetings and doing all this shit, and then it's like, okay, but I'm ready for some shit to really give way. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Like, I'm ready for y'all to see it. I'm ready to have the money to do the shit that I've been talking about. It's like, I'm ready for it. And by the way, sidebar, I'll get back on topic, but I haven't sent that money out yet just because I don't know if I talked about this. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I was talking to one of my partner's friends I would say he's a close associate at this point. I mean, he's not my friend. He's my partner's friend. But I was talking to him, and he does a lot of charity and philanthropy, and he works at an animal place. Like what do you call it? Is it a boutique, an animal boutique? I'm not exactly sure, but he sells like a lot. I mean, the other location he worked at, I find their shit to be overpriced. I didn't even realize that it was that expensive. I just thought it was another pet store, but apparently it's the adoptions are super expensive, even for their mixed breeds. He was telling me their mixed breeds could run anywhere from $1,000 to like $1,500 for like a mixed breed dog. And then their purebred dog is anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. Like, that's expensive, but I digress. The point is, he was telling me when I said, yeah, I'm about to donate this money to the Humane Society, he was like, oh girl, there's other places, I'll give you the information. And it was just this whole thing. And he was just like, I guess he was saying that a lot of the money doesn't benefit the animals. I'm not exactly sure. And it was just like, okay, damn. So now I'm waiting to kind of get information from him. And so the money has not been sent yet, but it's going to be sent in our name, like I told you before. So I just want to update y'all about that, because I realized I don't think I've come to y'all with any updates. So when it goes through, I'll come back again with another update. But this totally went in a different direction than I wanted it to go. But before I continue on, I really need y'all to know how special y'all are to me and how I see you. There will never come a time that I don't see you, ever. I need you to know that. There will never come a time. That's the reason why when we did the live show, and I think she told us, we can call her Jay, when she said something along the lines of, oh, you don't ever say hi to me, or something to that effect. I can't remember how she said it, but it was something along the lines of me not acknowledging her when she comes into the show. And for me, it's like, mama, you know what I give. Like, if I don't acknowledge you, just know that it's not because I'm shading you. It's not anything like that. I'm ADD. I joke about that, but I am ADD. Or ADHD in my case. The truth is, like, my mind is all over the place. So that's why when I do the live shows, like, first I'll talk a lot, and then I'll go to the comments. You see what I'm saying? And I'll try to scroll up, but what happens is, once so much has been typed, and communicated through the chat, what'll happen is, as I'm trying to scroll back to what you said or to see who came in, it keeps going back to the bottom. It keeps scrolling me back up every second. So I have to keep scrolling back up. So then I just say, well, if you had something to say, retype it or copy and paste it, and I'll try to address what you said or see what you said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I never want y'all to feel like I don't see you, or that I'm trying not to address you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the girls that come to all the shows, the live shows, or the people who comment the most, of course, I recognize them more because I see them more. You know what I'm saying? So when I see them pop up right away, it's like, oh, that's Mother Steph, that's Ashley, so forth and so on. But that's because they also leave a lot of comments, and they also come to the show and they make their presence known. So it's a situation to where, Darby, Angel, all these other girls, Ahmed, it's like, I see them a lot. So that's the reason why when they come in right away, it's like, oh, you made it, Eugene, you're here, like Persian, which is crazy. I didn't even realize, cause his screen name is Kurt Trashian. So I didn't realize that Kurt Trashian was Persian. I just only discovered that, cause Persian's been with me for years. You know what I'm saying? So now I know. But the point is, I'm really trying to come through with the clutch the way y'all came through for me. And I'm trying to, it's like, Quadir, it's like, I feel like what I need to do is just take a moment to really just meditate and center myself, because I feel like if we really shoot this video the way that we discussed it, and it really takes off the way that I think it can, and get the legs that it needs and deserves, I feel like this shit is about to take off. And it's like, I'm trying to just prepare myself mentally for that, because like I told you, truthfully, I don't the whole idea of being famous does not appeal to me. What appeals to me is the artistic side and really being able, because here's the thing. It's like I love and hate people all at the same time, because sometimes people can be so damn dumb and stupid. But then at the same time, it's like I love people and I'm very defensive and protective over people as a whole. When I see somebody being mistreated or something happening to somebody, I feel like I want to stand up for them because that's just in my spirit. When I see one person being attacked or, being picked on or whatever the case may be, then I just feel like which I need to get up out of that, because that's why I got into that brawl to begin with all them years ago in that parking lot, because I wasn't minding my damn business. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. But in any case, I'm going to do this, but I need to center myself first. Because they're like, when you get back to the city, send me the track so we can go, so we can start thinking about how we want to make your music video. And it's like, this shit is really real. I feel like by next month, I'm gonna start buying whatever props, whatever outfit. I think he said he had a drone. I have my camera. The other guy was like, and I think he may have a camera too, but we'll figure all that out. But he was like, let's start putting ideas together and storyboarding the shit and let's make it happen. Let's do it. Like, why not? And so I'm going to do it. But see, by now they probably have moved on Patreon with the creator of the week thing. Stuff like that. It's like, I just be getting so like, I don't even know why. It's like self-sabotage. Like, why did I not fill that out? You know what I mean? But if it's still available, then I need to really just buckle down and do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, then there's that. That's what I wanted to also mention. I got an email from a company. Let me just open up another window because I don't know. I literally have so many things open. So many videos that I keep planning to watch so that I can clock here. And here it is. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into the full scope of what this is because I don't know whether or not I want to do it or not, but I feel like I do. But anyway, what this is what they do is they help people like myself organize events. I need to clip my nails. I'm just noticing they're getting too long for me. Sidebar. But anyway, what they do is they help people like myself who are personalities, if you will, online personalities, put together events for their supporters, or by their definition, their fans, to come through and meet them and whatever it is that they want to do. So I'm like, maybe this might be something that might be good for me to do. And that way I can actually meet y'all even before the summer camp. I don't know. I don't know. And I really need to hustle more in terms of promoting it so that we can get more money in here so that I can do it. Like I told y'all, all expenses paid with the exception of the plane ticket itself. That will be the only thing that you would have to pay for. But outside of that, room and board, food, all of that will be provided through myself. And if I have any sponsors, the sponsors. I don't know that we will have any sponsors when the time comes, just because I feel like for us to have sponsors, they may try to have too much control of what it is we're doing. And I don't want nobody stepping in to tell us how we need to put the event together, what we can and cannot do. But we'll just see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But that's something that is something I truly want to do. I really want to do it because I know just the type of people that y'all are, just y'all being here, in my opinion, that to me shows there's a certain kind of person that will do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, I already know that you guys are gracious. I already know that you guys are good people, kind-hearted and care about me, because nobody is going to spend money on someone that they don't give a shit about. No. You do that when you care. So my thing is, it's going to be a fucking love fest up in this bitch, Miss Thing. Trust me when I tell you, it's fixing to be a love fest up in this thing. Girl, I'm about to love up on y'all. Y'all going to love up on me. We're going to get our life. I want it to be something that you never fucking forget. I don't want you to ever fucking forget it. And like I told you before, I want you to look forward to the next year. I want it to be a situation to where before y'all leave the camp, the adult camp, I want to already have the next event in mind. And before y'all leave, I want y'all to leave with the dates for the next year, the upcoming year. And when y'all leave, I want y'all to already be thinking, okay, I need to go ahead on, look on my calendar and start moving shit around because I need to make sure I'm available during this time because I want y'all to have that much fun that y'all already looking forward to it the following year. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just really, 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 there's a lot of motivation and inspiration there. I just have to like rejuice and get some energy. Like I need some sun. I bought my other child a harness. I don't want to say her name because I don't want her to think I'm calling for her and for her to start making a lot of noise. But I purchased her another harness or a harness because her old one broke. And then she just had her collar on. And I personally, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I personally don't like walking my dogs by their neck. It just, to me, feels very, like, slave-ish to me. And not only just that, but when she starts pulling and I have to yank her back, I don't like having to yank her by her neck. So I just prefer it to be, like, in a sturdier place, like, on the back, where if I have to pull her, it's pulling her from, like, the chest area rather than the neck area. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I purchased them a double leash, something to where I can walk them at the same time. And I've decided, you know what? Okay, for this music video, bitch, I need to get back in shape. So now I need to start taking it seriously and shedding these pounds so that I can be snatched in this fucking video. Let's start there. Number one. Number two, I also just need to do it for my own fucking health, bitch, because I have high blood pressure now. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to the motherfucking thing and they take my blood pressure, they be like, oh girl, you're at risk. See what I'm saying? So it's like, I need to do it for the video, but I really need to do it for my own actual health. My back be giving me issues. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I put on all these pounds, it's like my back be giving me issues. Although I've been doing yoga, wrong, of course. Yeah, girl, I ain't doing that shit the way these girls be doing it because they be looking like motherfucking girl, like pretzels up in here, bitch. But no, you know, I do it to the best of my ability, and I will say to a certain extent, it has alleviated some of the I don't even know what the right word is, but for lack of better words, the tension in my lower back, and in my mid back, like it's relieved some of the pressure. And I imagine as I continue to lose weight and as I continue to do this yoga and work out, that will only get better. We'll see. But my point is, like, I feel like if I start getting myself together, and really just because right now, for instance, even my workspace, it's just too much going on in my apartment. Like, I really need to just do a spring cleaning and just clean up all this shit. Because my mom used to always say to me, oh, what's going on, Quadir? Because when your room is a mess, that means you going through something. And so every time I see that when my space is a mess, I'm like, I hear my mom's voice like, okay, something's happening. Because the way your living quarters are is indicative of what is going on the inside. So when your mind is clear, typically your space is going to be clear. Not always, but typically, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to find a person who's like well put together and who's really organized in their life and knocking out one goal after the other and then show up to their house and it's a fucking pigsty. You know what I'm saying? Typically. Maybe, I'm sure for some people that works, they can work in an organized mess, but I think in general it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, I'm gonna come through for y'all. Like, if the universe doesn't take me away and transcend me beforehand, or if the Gooians don't come and get me, if I have breath in my lungs and I still am in a position to put on the show will go on. And, I just want to thank you guys though, for being so patient with me and allowing me to really just figure this shit out. But like I told you, we're gonna do this. With this new opportunity. I'm looking at it. We'll see. They're asking me to, like, if I'm interested, to email them back, and I think at the very least I'm gonna respond, and see kind of how we can incorporate it where it makes sense. On the platform, because if I'm doing an event, it's not gonna just be open to all the girls. The first people that will be a part of any event I do will be y'all. If that's something that you all are interested in. You know what I'm saying? And it would need to be something to where it would be worth y'all even coming out the house for, though. Like, I don't want it to just be something to where it's like people are coming from Tennessee and New York and this and that place, and then y'all show up and what do we just having tea and scones, to me, that's not worth the trip. It would need to be something to where, am I putting on it? Are we going to do like, can I put on a show and then maybe at the end, maybe we do like, girl, let's go out for drinks, bitch. Like, let's, I don't know. Like, I know there is a way for us to really kind of put something together where it makes sense for y'all to come out. I'm not exactly sure what that is though. You know what I'm saying? Additionally, I think I need to start looking into like legit management and potentially like an agent. Like, I feel like I would be a lot further along if a bitch that actually had the right connections and somebody that has the know-how to negotiate these conversations, because I believe I have the talent to go to the next level. I believe I have the je ne sais quoi to go. But at the same time, I feel like that's out of my wheelhouse to a certain extent. And maybe I'm cutting myself short. Maybe I'm not seeing it clearly. Maybe I don't need that, but it feels like I do. You know what I mean? So we're going to see. So those are the two things that I really wanted to just come here and chit chat about. And what I just want to say too in closing is, I always talk about this, and I'm just going to, put it out there and say it again, because I think that it's so true. And me saying this is me making myself vulnerable so that y'all know that, bitch, nobody has it all the way completely together. I think that we're all learning how to best navigate through this thing we call life, but nobody has all of the answers. I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? So what I really want to close out with is, number one, listen, as people, we go through our moods. We're up, we're down, we're this, we're that. It's going to happen. It is what it is. But I think what I try to do for myself and what I'm going to tell you is I try to be easy with myself and to be kind to myself. Because there are times where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you, do this? Like, do it. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And what I realize is, I need to allow myself to be a person, to be a real person. And everything, I know that I'm a personality, but everything doesn't always have to be a level 10. Everything doesn't always have to come out perfect, if you will. And when I say perfect, what I mean is, in my eyes, I feel like literally if I go into my archives, there are so many videos that I have not released because I felt like, no, I wasn't 100% into that. So I trashed the story, and then and a lot of those stories, I don't even talk about them again. Because once I talk about it, I be over it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I may talk about it on the live show, though. So sometimes I do talk about it again. But my point is just to say that it doesn't have to always be perfect. It doesn't always have to be perfect. As long as your heart is in it, if you're not 100%, maybe it's still okay. But not even just that, but I really just want you to understand and recognize that there's nothing wrong with you not having it all together, with you failing, with you not getting it right the first time, with you being depressed, all of that shit. Like, look, it is what it is. And I think sometimes the reason why so many people are suffering in silence is because they think they're alone. They think that everybody else is just like skipping through life easy peasy, girl, but that's not the case. Everybody has a story to share, but I think what it comes down to is people, once you make yourself vulnerable, you're at the will of the people. You understand? So in other words, how people take your personal business or how people take your life story or your testimony is up to them. So for instance, with Heartbeat, when she came out and was talking about how she was a schizophrenic, she didn't know how the girls were going to respond to that. Maybe they would have been like, oh my God, you crazy as fuck. Who knows what they would have said to her. So at that point, she was at the will of the people. But by the grace of God, they were very compassionate and they received her message and appreciated her honesty. So it's always, what is it? Luck of the draw when you're exposing yourself or being vulnerable or, talking on a touchy subject, because you don't know how people are going to take it and how they're going to react to it. But I thank you all for always being so kind and so patient and so generous as it pertains to my, moments where I come here talking about whether it was Tamaya or this or that. I appreciate y'all for just being so kind. Do you understand? But don't just be kind to me. Be kind to yourself. And I understand how it can be because I'm the same way. I'm a person too. That's how I know. Like, it's like sometimes you're more willing to receive somebody else and to uplift somebody else than you are to receive yourself and to uplift yourself. So you may have gone through some shit. You may have gone through some shit that happened 10 years ago and you still haven't forgiven yourself even now. How about that? You'll forgive somebody else for some shit, but you won't even, 10 years it's been, and you still haven't forgiven yourself. Certain things about you that, that you can't even look at because you don't like it. But yet somebody else, you can look at everybody else's situation and be like, no, we still love you, and still love that person despite their flaws. We still love you, boo. We're still here. But when it comes to yourself, you've already jumped ship. I know, I've been there. I get it. So I'm just saying, be easy. Be patient with yourself. Allow for failure. Because that's one thing, like I said, to me, sometimes someone will say, oh, so forth and so on. Is they're like a robot. Because they don't show emotion, so forth and so on. They are very, this way. But regardless of the fact, Miss Thing, even robots fail. Computers fail. So you think a robot can fail, a computer can fail, you can't? You're a person. So if in fact something happens to where you can't deliver the plate, then you just didn't deliver the plate. Do better. Try harder next time. I don't fucking know. Rethink it. Come at it from a different angle. But don't sit there and dwell on the shit. You wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, you ain't the only one failing. Feel how you feel. Acknowledge your feelings. But don't harp on it. Forgive everybody else. And then you left holding the bag. The same way how y'all are so gracious to me, be gracious to yourself. Does that make sense what I'm saying, you guys? So anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all for too much longer. I just want to come here and communicate. Like I say, in the last few days, we've been getting, a number of new family members. So I did want to welcome them to the platform and just chat with y'all for a little bit and let y'all know where my mind was. If y'all still want me to post that video, I feel like y'all said yes, but if y'all say yes again, I'm gonna go ahead on and post that video. The one that I did after I had hit this blunt, bong, bowl, whatever it was that I was hitting. Cause now it's like I just collect the marijuana accoutrement. I sure do. Like I ordered myself, let me see if I can show y'all this. Oh, my phone's about to die, never mind, forget about it. But anyway, I ordered myself this like mini bowl. It's so pretty, you guys. It's gold. Once it arrives, it should be arriving today. I'll show you what she looks like. She's beautiful and she's so tiny. But now I'm just collecting. Like I feel like now I'm just buying bongs and pipes. Like I have a collection. So when I want to use the bong, I have that. When I want to use my bowl, I have that. Like, it's just fun. It's just fun to have cool pipes and shit. And I never thought I would be a collector, but now I feel like, oh, it's kind of fun collecting this shit. And just depending on my mood, which one do I want to use today? But in any case, I feel like there was a point to that, and I'm not exactly sure where I went with it. But in any case, that's what I was saying. If y'all really want me to post it, then at the very least, I'll post it for Patreon. You know what I'm saying? I'll post it for y'all exclusively, depending on how you guys feel. Because at this point, I made that video is old at this point, but if y'all want to see it, I'll post it for y'all. And then y'all will let me know if you think it's too much for YouTube actually. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. If y'all want it, I'll let y'all have it on Patreon. And then y'all let me know. But anyway, that being said, I love you guys more than words can say. That's not a gimmick. That's not just something to say. I'm saying it because it's so true. And I'm not going to go back into, God forbid, I'm not going to go back into the waterworks and all of that of the conversation. But I need you guys to know that if y'all did it right for me the way that y'all did, I would still, just think, YouTube would be shading me either way. So I wouldn't have a job at PetSmart and I wouldn't have no real money coming through with YouTube. So in a way, y'all came through and saved me. Like, it was a combination. Like, obviously, I had to do the work and I had to put all this shit together. So I also worked. I'm also saving myself. But it's like, you know how they say it takes a village? Like the village came through and said, okay, you good. These girls don't have to see it, girl. We're here. We arrived. We're on the scene. Like a fucking ambulance. Like, I feel like y'all came through, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't thank the universe for each and every one of you. Not a day. Not a day goes by that I don't sit there thinking, I can't believe all these. I mean, when I see people like Ashley, when I see people like Mother Steph, when I see people like Darby, Angel, I mean, there's so many people now. It's so hard to keep up because there's so many of you. But when I see y'all come through and y'all just are so glad to be there, it's like, what did I do to deserve these people, really? Because they're here, they're pleasant, they're amazing. Like, y'all make the stress that I feel has nothing to really do with y'all. Y'all make my job easy because I'm having fun when I do this shit. Now, there are times where I'm exhausted and I feel like it takes it out of me. Like, but even when I'm exhausted, me being exhausted doesn't mean that it's not fun. It just means, okay, I can't do it today. I'm tired. But when I do come through and do it, I'm having a good time. And so there are no words really to express the gratitude, but I hope that you guys get it. I really do. I'm pretty sure that you do. But I hope that there's nobody in the listening audience or the viewing audience that feels that they're like that one girl that one time who was like saying that she felt like I wasn't seeing her and that I was ignoring her and shading her. And I'm sitting there like, girl, that's not me. Like, I would never do that to you, boo. Why would you think that I would do that? Like, that's every day I thank God for you all. Why would I purposefully, oh girl, that's not what I give, boo. But if that's how you feel, then you probably should go. Because the girls that are here, I want them to know. Like, I don't want them to feel like I'm shading them and don't appreciate them. And the girls that are here, I want them to want to be here. I don't want them to feel like, oh, I don't really want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to want to be here. Because it's just like, I'm going to say this and I swear I'm going to close out. You ever watch a concert? I'll use Beyonce as an example. Go on YouTube. When you go on YouTube, there's this one performance of her doing Deja Vu. She's in this pink dress. Just look it up so you can understand my point. Now, I've seen her do Deja Vu a number of times, right? But what makes the performance the legendary performance is when the audience is equally engaged. So even if Beyonce is doing a good performance, but the audience is dead, for whatever reason, it doesn't have the same effect on me. The audience is so important to making the performance what it is. When you watch that performance of her in that pink little dress and she's just getting it and she's walking down the runway and all what she's getting and you can see that the audience, you can hear them shouting and then they have that one clip of that black lady just getting into it. It makes you, it's something happens to you. See, humans what's the word I'm looking for? Is it communal? I don't know if that's the right word, but we like connectivity. We like being connected to each other. So when you're watching the performance and you can tell that the audience is engaged and Beyonce is engaged with them, that's what makes the performance amazing. When you look at Whitney Houston when she performed for The Troops, and she was singing All the Man That I Need in that red dress. Just look it up on YouTube. It's all there. To me, I've seen her sing that song a number of times. But the times where I really get my life are moments where you could tell the audience is just in awe. Like, they're channeling with her like, bitch, you doing that. Like, hitting all the notes. Like, they're under her spell. Like, they're in it. Like, they're like, it's like a chant. Like a community chant. And everybody's on the same page. There's a certain electricity that goes through the audience, even when you're just watching that shit. Where you just be sitting there staring at the screen like, damn, they're having a good time. She's hitting them notes and it's just a certain way. Versus if you go to like another performance, even Selena. I remember I was watching a performance with her. Quintanilla, not Gomez. Anyway, or Quintanilla Perez. But the point is, I was watching a performance with her. Because she really is my all-time favorite, no shade. Because I feel like she's my all-time, all-around favorite in terms of like hitting all the marks for me, but that's a whole other video for another day. But I was watching a performance with her, and the audience to me was dead. And it almost, and I end up, I stopped watching because I'm like, I don't want to sit here and watch a performance where the audience is not appreciating this. I want to see a performance where the audience is engaged and where they're like, where she's like working with them and they're working with her. Like there was this one that I saw where people, the fans were coming on stage with her, like one by one she was having, and as she was singing, she would give them a kiss or whatever. Like you can like that was enjoyable to watch because they were so glad to be there. Like you were just staring at it like, wow, and she's just so professional and she's killing it with her moves and her vocal and you know. So anyway, I said all that to say, for me, what makes this what it is not just me being here performing. When y'all show up to the shows and you're in all these comments on the live show, it's like all these comments are coming in. You guys are into it. And so because you're into it, it's like we're feeding off each other. So I started off, then here we go with these pipes. That was not a fart, boo. That was the pipe. But in any case, so it's like I'll start it off, but then y'all keep it going. What's going on, mother? What's going on? Like, it's like y'all are glad to be there. And we go back and forth. We debate. We kiki. We laugh. But the reason why it is what it is because y'all help me to make it that way. You make it to where I enjoy it. So because I'm enjoying it, the people who maybe weren't there for the actual show, they're still getting that same energy because they see the interaction and it's just more enjoyable when everybody's on the same page. So thank you for being amazing. Thank you for supporting me month after month on this platform, the OGs on this platform. Thank you to the newest family members who said, okay, girl, I got my check and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for giving this platform the opportunity. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for coming through and supporting the kid. That's one of my kids in her kennel. But just thank you. There's no words. I could say it in a multitude of different languages, but it's gonna all equate to the same thing. There are no words that can express what y'all have done for me. And like I said, when I think about it, like, girl, I got fired. YouTube is shading me. You know what I'm saying? But still I rise. But I'm here, girl. I'm here. And so we're going to, like I said, I'm going to still look into this. I'm going to let my partner read over this email and see what he thinks about it and potentially talk about ideas of how we can best accommodate the boys and girls of the world if, in fact, we were going to do an event. I probably might bring my good Judy in because, first, that's my ace. And like I said, she carries, but I know she loves me. And she's loyal to me. And she will bop a bitch upside her head for trying it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I recognize that he's not perfect, but neither am I. And see, now we're going into a whole nother thing. I'm going to just say, okay, I keep saying, but I'm going to stop saying it. It's going to wrap up when it wraps up. Because you know what? At the end of the day, we're family. And so at this point, it's like, girl, if the conversation is organically unraveling, then just let it unravel, right? But anyway, yeah, I feel like he is not perfect, but neither am I. And just because his faults are different from mine does not mean that I'm better than him. Like, I think that, don't get me wrong, I've called him out about his lies. And he definitely now will admit to his lies. But I think, to me, it's like, he's never lied on me. He's never said anything that would hurt me. And I just feel like, I just see his heart. Like, he's not a bad person. And I feel like he wants to see me make it. And he believes in me. Like, he does. And so I feel like I want to bring him along. And I'm going to just, as long as I can, I'm going to work with him. Until he really gives me a reason to where I can't, like, where something where I legit can't work with him, then I won't. But at this point, I feel like I'm going to work with him. Because I love him, and he loves me as a friend, as a brother, and so I'm gonna stick around, and I know he's gonna stick around, universe willing. So that being said, we about to do this, y'all. We about to do this. I'm gonna really center myself, clean up my apartment, really start working on my weight. I'm gonna start. Oh, that was why I brought that whole thing up. I went into the harness with the dogs and didn't even elaborate on that point. The reason why I purchased her another harness is not just because I don't like the neck thing. That's a big part of it. But the reason is because I got a double leash to where where I can walk them both at the same time. And what I'm gonna start doing is taking them on a long ass walk. I'm gonna have my water bottle to make sure that I'm hydrated and that they're hydrated. But I'm gonna take them on long walks. They need the exercise and I need the exercise. And then of course I'm gonna do, when I purchased this gym, the thing that they said was you at least need to do 10 minutes. If you do 10 minutes a day, bitch, your body will be snatched. But you at least have to do the 10 minutes. When I get on there, I may do like a minute. I'll do a whole lot in like a minute and then I'm good for the day. But I think I really need to stick with it. And even when I'm tired, because that shit is not easy. Like, this is a good investment, but you have to really do it the way that they're telling you. What you're hearing, by the way, is my child in her kennel. But, so yeah, it's like because this video is going to be snatched. We're going to have the drone, getting the aerial shots. Like, when he was going through it, telling me about his ideas and we were bouncing off each other. I think if we do it the way that we discussed, I think this shit might be epic. And I know that there's someone here who says that they do editing. So shit, we may send, if any of y'all do editing, like real editing to where you can really put this shit together and add the effects to really make it pop, then maybe we can keep this in-house and send it to somebody within the community who can edit it together. And girl, we'll put the credit on there like, bitch, girl, the video director, editor, so forth and so on. Like, in this situation, I'm really trying to relinquish some control because I realize that I always try to have my hand involved. But if you're good at what you do and you're an editor, I know that I need to go back into my emails on Patreon because somebody did email me about them doing an edit for me. Like if I ever needed them to edit anything, that they were there for me. See what I'm saying? That's the type of people that I have on this platform, but I digress. So, yeah, but we're about to do this. I imagine we're in May. Let me just, because I'm so bad with dates and months. And it's a shame. I really should know it. I shouldn't even have to think about it, but I do. And I'm not going to sit here and flex. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so I'll say by my next pay period, I'm gonna purchase what I need for the video. So that's the Hills, that's the Adidas. I already have Adidas track pants, but those are the ones I wear around the house. I need a fresh pair, bitch. A never worn pair, girl. Because I ain't gonna have nobody on YouTube being like, oh, girl, she got a run in her pants. And I'm like, okay, girl, you're not gonna catch me riding dirty, bitch. But I digress. So, girl, get my outfit. And I may have more than one outfit. It just depends. Girl, why not? Why not, bitch? Because if this ass is popping just right, girl, I may put on a pair of skinny jeans, bitch, no shade. So, okay. So I'm going to get all this, the props and whatever, probably on my next pay period. Then we'll probably shoot the video in June. Okay. Depending on how quick it's or how long it takes us to get that footage back, edit her together, I say we'll have her released no later than July. So we'll see how this shit snap, crackles, and pops. But I believe in my heart, if we do it right, I think it can be big. I think so. And I want it to be, my idea is before we even start shooting, like I want to incorporate like the behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? Like I have it I'm going to storyboard the shit. I'm going to storyboard the shit and I'm going to send him examples so that he gets where I'm coming from with this shit. But this shit is going to be epic. It's going to be epic. So it's just a matter of me doing it. And now I have all the moving parts. So it's just a matter of me actually executing and making sure, because it's not his job to stay in contact with me. It's my project. So it's up to me to send him all the information. He needs to come on back down, bring this blunt, come on down. Let's have the storyboard, bitch. Let's build this motherfucking video, bitch. Let's build it. Let's do it. Let's motherfucking do it. My girls are waiting. The world doesn't know what's about to hit them upside the because I'm about to stomp. Bitch, I'm about to stomp. Remember that video remember in my reel that I had when I was coming poolside and I was just stomping in that garbage bag when everybody else had real outfits on, bitch? They didn't think I caught that, but that's fine. Cause bitch, you can't keep a hustler down, bitch. Mother will always rise. So whether you put me in a garbage bag, bitch, or a burlap sack, girl, I'm always going to storm, and I'm always going to leave the children in the dust who come after me. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, girl, you wanted her to shake, because I remember the day that it all happened. It really killed me, because they were like, oh, your part is the most important part, but it's one of those things where it's like, it really wasn't the most important part, but that's what they're telling me to justify putting me in a cardboard box in a garbage bag. So they kept saying, oh no, this is the most important part. No, it's not. What it is, bitch, you just don't want me to feel like, why is everybody else getting these cute outfits, but I'm sitting here in a garbage bag? And then I remember, like, with the makeup artist, I was literally, first of all, I had to open the show. And yet I was the last bitch to get my makeup done. And I kept saying, who's going to do my makeup? Who's doing my makeup? And then they rushed and finished my makeup. Didn't even do that great of a job, truthfully speaking. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. But see, that's not the first time that has happened to me. That has happened to me multiple times. I did another, was it a fashion show? I think it was a fashion show, but the fashions were just a chop. But a friend of mine was organizing the show. This was actually not even that long ago. Maybe like last year this should happen. Or the year, 2 years ago. It wasn't, whatever it wasn't that long ago. But in any case, here we go again. Bitch, I'm a big part of the show. Y'all want me to kick the door in, but at the same time, I'm the last bitch to get my makeup done. So people are always sleeping on me. Like, I always end up killing the performance, but I'm always, it's like, oh, girl, we'll get to her when we get to her. And I'll be sitting there like, but why? Like, bitch, beat my face. And like, anyway, so the point is, I'm about to storm. And when I storm, bitch, I'm going to make, girl, it's gonna rain down on all these hoes, bitch. Okay? Girl, twisters, hurricanes, bitch, tsunamis. Girl, I'm not playing. Like, I feel like y'all been waiting for me to arrive, and Mother is about to arrive. She's coming through. And then there was a girl, who I need to call. He's an A&R for Universal Music Group or some shit. Ooh, damn, I hit my mic set up. I'm trying to put my phone down over here, and I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, he works for Universal Music Group, I believe. I get confused. But the point is, he does a lot. And so anyway, he told me he gave me his numbers, like, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's good. So I don't know where that's gonna go, but it's a connection, and he's a supporter of my work. So I'm gonna foster that, and I want it to be genuine. I don't like coming across like I'm just wanting to use people's resources, because I know what that feels like, and I don't even have. I know a lot of girls that have a lot, but me personally, I don't particularly have a lot. So it's like when people be trying to use me, it's like, but why? So if they're trying to use me, I know they're trying to use him and a lot of other girls. So I know what it feels like. It's not a good feeling. So my thing is, I hope that we can develop a real relationship and work. Like both. I don't want it to just be, okay, so this is what I want to do. What can you do to help me get there? No, let's really do this. Like, let's chat first, and then we can talk business, and then we can, let's go back and forth. But anyway, I digress. I told y'all long enough. I really just wanted to come here and communicate with y'all. I love you guys so much. You guys are truly amazing. And y'all rock my world each and every chance y'all get, y'all do. Every chance y'all get, y'all do. I'm always impressed with y'all. So that being said, I love you down. You already know the drill. VS the Blangelita Galisan, the best will always come through. And you, girl, you've all arrived. And I thank you. And as always, until next time, baby, that's all there is.